Hey, welcome to the show. Today is January 23rd, 2018. In this week's news, we have Kodak Super 8 finally released some footage. I wish I could say release the product, but still Kodak is taking their sweet time to release the camera. You can go to the YouTube video I linked below, check how the camera performs. They've been giving this demo units to artists, skateboarders, and such to make some footage to have a bit of a beta testing. The price is still going to be around 2.5 to 3 grand. And to complement the Super 8 camera, Ektacrome is supposed to be coming, but is also still waiting. We have had confirmation that it would be released the first quarter 2018, but a month has almost passed and still no official release. So hopefully Kodak is sorting things out finally, and we will have Ektacrome available. As some of you might have seen, Hamm Cameras has released their NuBox 1, which is a small box camera, kind of like a Brownie and or similar like Ektacrome I have here. And it's a Kickstarter. I did an interview with Andre in Miami. If you have any information you want, I'll link my interview below. Their Kickstarter is fully funded in 19 hours. If you want to support a box camera in 2018, that's the project you want to check on. Also on CES, Kodak announced their new scanner called Scanza. This is very similar to another scanner that's out there on Amazon, entry-level grade for those people with negatives and slides from their grandparents or parents or whatever that want to scan. This will do it. It will also scan Super 8. I don't think the resolution is probably going to be amazing, but maybe Kodak threw in there some of their color science like the pack-on and such, and this scanner is better than it seems. But $169. I'll leave the link below, not only to the scanner, but to the official release and a YouTube video of a demonstration. Also, I announced that NU55 was coming to an end. And what this means is very confusing for a few of us, because I know they're not done with it, but they are closing a chapter at the same time. So NU55 as is right now stopped their operations, but we have a website called famousformat.com run by Sam Heiser, which we've had here in the show, which is going to be selling some products that they assemble, some positive and negative. They want to make out a book, and I know for sure they're coming out with a new developer of their famous R3, then R5. Now they're doing a new version that will be able to develop at room temperature. So monobath room temperature is coming from NU55. I don't know if I can call NU55 still, but you want to check that website. I already added it to my favorites. As every week, there's news about Adox. This time it's their building. They already did the coating tower. I know these are small updates, but it's very nice to see, new factories being built in 2018. Also, not linked below, there's an article about their plant that they bought to Ilford, Switzerland. It's not the same one as our HP5 producer, but it's the Ilford that used to make Ektacrome that went bankrupt around 2012, I think. And Adox bought their small coating plant. So there's an article somewhere. I will see if I can link it. I didn't link it in the news right now. Also, we have an update from the Kickstarter from Reflex. They basically are saying things are going well. There's been a demo unit in a store, I think in London, if I'm not wrong. They did go to CES in the United States. I'm sure making contacts, talking to Kodak and other manufacturers about the future of their product. As we all know, Reflex is the first SLR camera to be being made as of 2018. Without counting on the ones already being made by Nikon and others. But yeah, it's the new SLR camera in a ton of years, and everyone's very excited. Interchangeable mounts with basically the whole plate comes off. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with that. Also, we have an update from Intrepid. Got a little pin from Intrepid when I went to visit. They are going to be shipping, basically the first 100 cameras are being shipped a little earlier. There's still a little logged on the extra accessories, so film holders, lens boards and such. Might take them a little longer to ship, but it's good news. They're keeping up with a new schedule, which is not the one I went to talk to them, but a little past that. And they're already sending cameras. People have been using them. There's been minor bumps through the road, but everything's looking good. So yeah, I also updated my Kickstarter. I developed all the film from the trip. If you want to check it out, all my updates on my Kickstarter are open, so they're not backers only. I think this should be an open project for everyone to see how I'm doing with this, as I want to do it as good as possible and show everyone that things are, moving forward. Also from Fujifilm Japan, this has probably not gone on anyone's website or anyone's talked about it, but Fujifilm has announced on their website there that they're discontinuing some of their paper. I know Fujifilm paper is actually really popular and pretty good, but it's only sold in Japan. So basically they've announced that they're discontinuing. I had to use Google Translate, so it's pretty hard for me to understand it 100%. I don't know if they're discontinuing all of the paper or they're only discontinuing one of their papers. But still sad news from Fuji. They still say thanks for supporting us and hope you support us in the future. This is from their translation. And they also changed something with a little disposable camera. But yeah, it's good to see Fuji, slowly discontinuing things and investing more on Instax film. So let's hope they don't discontinue everything. Also, there's been, I would say it's a glitch from Kodak. I saw it on Twitter. I actually did a screenshot on my phone because I'm sure they'll erase that tweet. Someone said like, hey, is the Ektacrome coming only in 35 and Super 8? And they actually said yes, only in medium format. So just for the fun of it, I threw that into the news. I doubt it's coming anytime soon in medium format, but I'm sure down the road they'll look into doing medium format. I know for a fact that Keith Canham from Hamm Cameras, who does the special orders for Kodak, has been talking to them to cutting it into sheet format for people that want to shoot sheet film in slides, as Fuji is slowly discontinuing and making things very hard to buy in the rest of the world except for Japan. As I said before, Kodak has been releasing very small updates on their Ektacrome. There's been a blog post talking about it and a video on YouTube showing the first coating of the test roll or the test master roll, and things are slowly going towards the product being released, but so far nothing out there as of today basically. Also, two films that were they were shared with me and I've never heard of them, but maybe you guys know, maybe they're old films and I don't know, but I'll left the links below. Sunny 16 film and IRO 200 film, spelled IRO. I don't know, these are new, reboxed. I would say probably they're Fuji industrial film reboxed. I don't know the Sunny 16 film, but just in case you like trying weird films or small production films, you might want to check it out. One of them sold out, the other one's still available. Also from Gibellini, we have an update. They've come out with a loupe, basically one of those little magnifying glasses for the back of your camera or large format, so you can focus on your image on the ground glass. Also can be used on a light table to look at your negatives, see if they're sharp or not. You can decide or edit through a loupe. It's nice to see, as some loupes are really hard to find nowadays. Some brands have stopped making them. So nice to see Gibellini doing this. Also, sorry, they're not on his website, which is something I don't understand why. They're on his Instagram. So if you go to his website and you try to find the loupe, you won't find it. You'll have to go through Instagram, write them through Instagram or an email through their website and order. I would like to see Gibellini projects maybe keeping up to date with their product lineup and their website. It would make it easier for customers to find their products. Also, another Kickstarter that's basically finishing as we speak is the Solarcan Kickstarter. I've talked about this before. It's basically a can of, I guess, beer or anything that is not basically a beer can. It's an empty can, which is a pinhole. And this is made for solar photography. What it means, it has a little pinhole. You leave the can on somewhere that can look at the sky, and throughout the months you will see the line of the sun going through the horizon. This third, I think, Kickstarter is for the retail packaging. They've divided their Kickstarters to different processes. So they've delivered so far So now we have the retail. They've managed to reach their Kickstarter goal, but just in case you want to check it out and help them after their retail packaging Kickstarter and buy their Solarcan. Some people make it themselves, but some people don't know how to make it themselves. So it's good to be able to buy this from the shelf, basically. Also news is 20x24 Studio, which I announced was going to stop operations. It was kind of a big issue. A lot of people made articles about it, how the 20x24 Polaroid camera had been an iconic camera to capture so many famous people or moments, and also being used by so many great photographers. So 20x24 has announced that they will still be working throughout 2018, which is great news. So you might want to check it out where it could be around, or if it's going to be shooting, or you can maybe book a portrait. I tried to book a portrait myself for my family when I was in New York a few summers ago. Never got an answer, so sadly I'll never have a 20x24 Polaroid of my family, which is something I wanted to have as a piece of history. But yeah, that's all for this week's news. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any information, send me an email to the email below. See you next week.